First look at official Pixel extended ROM based on Android 11 running on the Xiaomi Mi 11X, the Redmi K40 or the Poco F3. Hey peeps, what's up? Manchi here, back with another video, and in this video we're going to have our first look at the official Pixel extended ROM based on Android 11 running on the Redmi K40, the Poco F3 or the Xiaomi Mi 11X. As you can see, the security patch is from June 2021. The kernel they are using is Quantic Plus, and this of course is the official build. So this is how the ROM comes out of the box. You do have Pixel Launcher baked in. Select works without any issues. The option for screenshot is broken right now. Next up, let us have a look at the power menu. So here it is. This is how the power menu looks like. You do have your payment controls, and if you enable the Easter egg, you also have your cat controls. And power off is going to turn off your device. Restart does give you the advanced restart menu. Next up, you do have access to your Google feed as well, and there are no jitters or no lags. Recents, bam, here it is. This is how the recents look like, and if you press and hold on the app icon, you get three different options: app info, split screen, and the option to pause the application. As for the power menu is customizable, and you do have a bunch of options for the power menu. Quick settings panel, here it is. This is how your quick settings panel looks like, and you do have some tiles available. In case you want to add more, all you have to do is press on the tile to add or remove them to your quick settings menu. And you have tiles for dark theme, caffeine, data saver, switching your SIM card. So all those tiles are present. If you tap on the three dot menu on the top right, the only option you get is to reset. Next up, let us check if the screen recording has any lag in the UI, and with Android 11 you can of course record device audio and microphone at the same time. And another thing you might notice is that these toggles are not from AOSP, they are customized. I think they might be from Oxygen OS, but I'm not sure. Anyways, let us start the screen recording. And now that the screen recording has started, let us check if there is any lag in the UI when you try to access your applications. Well, I think there is a little bit of lag. It's not as smooth as it should be at 120 Hertz. So that is an improvement area for the ROM for now. And of course, once the recording has finished, you can swipe down, access your notifications, and share it in case you want to, or if you want to edit it, you can edit it as well. Next thing, if you press and hold on the empty space, go into styles and wallpapers, you do get the Pixel 5 style UI. And if you go into curated culture section, you do have the June drop, the Earth Day, the Women's Day, all the other wallpapers which are Pixel exclusive are present on this ROM. Next up, let us head over to settings and have a look at the different customizations. So for starters, you will see that the search bar is Android 12 style, and Pixel's Den is where you have the customizations for Pixel extended. Let us tap on it, and here it is. You do have a bunch of different options, and you do have some menu items at the bottom as well. So first up, you have system, lock screen, status bar, and hardware. Those are the options which you have. In system, the first one is your in-call vibration options. So you have toggles to vibrate on connect, call waiting, or disconnect. Then you also have your G visual mode, wherein you can configure your status bar height, and you can also change the rounded corner radius. Miscellaneous have notification, sound if active, and wake up on charge toggles. Next up, you have your lock screen. So herein, double tap to sleep on the lock screen charging info, media cover art, music visualizer, what is the lock screen clock style you are looking for, and you do have the OnePlus clocks, the clock from Fluid, minimal clocks are present. Shapeshift OS clocks is also present, along with your IDE divided line and binary. So yes, you do have a bunch of different clock options, and you also have a toggle to force the fingerprint authentication. Let us check the double tap gestures. So double tap to wake, working, Double tap to sleep on the lock screen, also working without any issues. Double tap to sleep on the status bar also works. So yes, the double taps are present and working without any issues. Then you have customization for your status bar. So system icons, what all icons you want to see in your status bar. Then in case you want to see the 4G icon instead of LTE, do you want to see the Volt icon, and what is the style of Volt icon you're looking for. So you have MIUI, you have Oxygen OS. Then you can also configure your voice over Wi-Fi icon, whether you want to see it or not. And then what is the voice over Wi-Fi icon style you are looking for. Then do you want to see the notification count? And yes, you do have a toggle for colored status bar icons, and they do look pretty cool. Network traffic indicator is present. You can choose where do you want it, disabled status bar or the expanded header. And then you have some customization for your network traffic as well. Then what is the battery icon style you're looking for, different options along with customizations. And in case you want the quick settings battery estimate, you have a toggle for that as well. Once I enable this, it is telling me that my battery will last until 5:30 a.m. Then again, you can customize your status bar clock. So you have your clock style, where do you want it, left, right or center. And then you can also enable the toggle to show the seconds in case you want that. And you can also enable your date options. Next up, status bar double tap to sleep, we already checked that. Then you have your quick settings customization. So do you want to vibrate on touch when you use your quick settings? What is the tint style you're looking for? So you have three different options for customizations: accent color, Oxygen OS 11 and Android 12. Then do you want to see the media player in your quick settings or not? And you can also customize the rows and columns of your quick settings in both portrait and in landscape mode. And while we were talking, we did catch a cat, and as you can see, the colored icon does look pretty dope. Let us go ahead and check out the cat lady. So alrighty, the cat lady disappeared. Anyways, she might come back. There it is, the cat is back. So tap on this, and as you can see, here it is. Android 11 bubbles works without any issues. Of course, do note that WhatsApp does not support Android 11 bubbles right now. Next up, if you go into hardware, so you can configure your navbar gestures. You can change the sensitivity for the left edge and the right edge. You can configure the dead zone. You can configure your gesture bar length, and you can hide it as well. Then you can configure the radius of the gesture bar as well. Do you want haptic feedback on the back gesture? Do you want the back gesture arrow or not? And if you go into advanced, you can configure your extended swipe action as well. So let us say the long extended swipe, I want to say volume panel. So when I do this, volume panel opened, you will notice that as soon as the extended action kicks in, the arrow changes to a double action. Similarly, you can configure your vertical actions for the left edge and the right edge as well. Then you also have a toggle for advanced restart. Screen of power torch is present. Let us test it out. Yep, it works without any issues. Next up on the list, you have the time, after how many minutes you want the automatically turn on torch to turn off. Then you also have customization for your volume buttons, so you can use them for playback control or you can use them for partial screenshot. Let us check if partial screenshot works or not. So right now it is taking a long screenshot, and okay, yep, so partial screenshot works if you enable this toggle. Otherwise, if this is disabled, you can always try taking a long screenshot. So let us try it. Yep, now you can customize your long screenshot. Then you can also customize your volume panel style. So you do have your AOSP style, the compact, MIUI, tiled, and the Android Oreo style. Next up, let us head over to apps and notifications. Let us select Chrome, go into permissions, and then let us select location. So you have three different options for your location access. Then you also have a toggle to remove the permissions if the app is not used. If you go into mobile data and Wi-Fi, you do have per app network isolation, so you can control whether an application has access to Wi-Fi data, mobile data, background data, VPN data, or it has unrestricted data usage. Go into conversations, you do have priority conversations working without any issues. Go into notifications, enable notification history, and You have notification history working. Bubbles also works. We already checked that out. And while we are in apps and notifications, let us check if Hey Google is working or not. So, Hey Google, are you awake? So, Hey Google was not working. So what I did was I retrained the voice model and then I rebooted my device. Let us check it out now. Hey Google, are you awake? Hey Google, are you awake? Nope. So the keyword is currently broken on this build. Next up, let us head over to battery. So herein you do have the option of changing the thermal profiles on a per app basis. If you choose the thermal profile as benchmark and gaming, you will get another option in the center. Tap on this icon and you now have touch control. So you can enable gaming mode, change the touch response, the touch sensitivity, and the touch resistant area on a per application basis. Battery saver is present along with the Pixel 5 exclusive extreme battery saver. Adaptive battery is also there. Then if you want to turn on the light when charging, you have a toggle for that as well. Smart charging is present and you can configure this on a percentage basis. Next up, you do have some stats, the last full charge and the screen usage since last full charge. Moving over to display. So you can of course change the brightness level and you do have this pretty cool looking animated icon on the top. Then you have a toggle to enable or disable the dark theme, and once you go inside that, you can also schedule your dark theme to turn on and turn off at a custom time. Then you have night light, adaptive brightness is present, live display in the building. So you can change the color profile. Here are the different options you have for the color profile. You can change the RGBs as well. And in case you mess up, reset is always there. Similarly, you can change the contrast, saturation, all those things. Again, reset button in case you mess up. Styles and wallpapers. We already talked about the wallpapers. Go into style, you have only one theme out of the box. Tap on custom, two different font options and some icon styles are present. Color options are present. Unfortunately, I do not see the option for system-wide RGB picker, and you can also use custom icon shapes. And once you're satisfied, go ahead and give it a name and you should be good to go. Next up in display, the next option here is the option for screen timeout, so that can be changed. Then you have a toggle for auto rotate screen. Colors, you have natural, boosted, saturated, and adaptive. You can configure the font size, display size, notch behavior. In case you want to hide the notch, you have the option for that as well, which also seems to be broken right now. Yep, so that option is also broken. Then you can configure your full screen apps, change the DPI, go into lock screen, and you can configure your the text on the lock screen. If you want AOD, you have a toggle for that as well. And if you want to wake the screen for new notifications, you have a toggle for pocket detection. Ambient display is present, so herein you can either use your always on or the pickup. Then if you go into display features, you do have double tap to wake, and you can configure your minimum refresh rate. Mine was set as 120. You can also use 60 in case you want to. In the theming section, you do have accent colors. So here are the different options. This here is the primary color, icon shape, status bar icon. What is the style of status bar icon you're looking for? What is the font you're looking for? So yes, you do have font options. And what is the switch style? So that is something which can be configured, and obviously I was wrong. The switch they have right now is material design, but you do have the option of OnePlus and Oxygen OS style switches, and this is what is going to get customized when you change that. Moving over to sound. So of course you can change the different volumes using the sliders, a cool animated icon once again. Then you can choose to link and unlink your ring and notification volumes. You do have the Oxygen OS style ringtone vibration patterns, and then you have the option of a different ringtone for each of the sims you have, and you have toggles for all these different options which you see on your screen right now, along with a toggle to disable the irritating screenshot sound in case you want to. Moving over to security. So yes, you do have fingerprint, but there is a slight delay in the fingerprint. Face unlock is present super fast, but then again, face unlock on this device without an IR camera is not as secure as fingerprint. App locker is present, and of course app locker works with your pin, fingerprint and face unlock. So that is your security section. Moving over to system, herein you do have gestures, so you can quickly open the camera by pressing the power button twice. System navigation, three different options: gestures, two button or three button. We already covered the customization for the gesture bar and your gestures. Then you also have prevent ringing, so if the master toggle is on, you can press power and volume up together to put the phone either into vibrate or into mute. Swipe to screenshot is present, so let us try that out. Three finger screenshot, yep, works without any issues. Double tap to check the phone is there. Then we have power menu. So herein you can configure your cards and passes and your device controls. So card and passes is the section of payment methods, and device controls is your smart devices connected, and of course the Easter egg cat controls. Adaptive playback is also present. Of course, feel free to pause and read what adaptive playback does, and you of course have to enable the toggle and also choose a timeout. Then you also have the option of rules. So what is rules? Rules is basically going to work based on your location, and let us say you want to turn your Wi-Fi off once you leave your home. That is something which you can configure in rules. Then let us also check for Safetynet. So here it is, device is not rooted right now, only installed Magisk to check for Safetynet. As you can see, Safetynet is passing out of the box, and if I go to the Play Store, Play Protect certification device is certified. This means you should be able to use your banking apps without any issues. In terms of YouTube media playback, everything works absolutely fine. Live caption works, picture in picture works. Of course, for picture in picture to work, you do need to have YouTube Premium, or you need to be in a specific country in case you do not want to purchase YouTube Premium. Then we can also try to edit a picture of my favorite football star in Google Photos. The option which we are looking for is Portrait Light. So as you can see, Portrait Light is working without any issues. Important thing to note over here is that this feature will only work on human objects. If I try to edit a picture of my chicken friend over here, I will not get the option of portrait light because Google does have pretty dope and pretty great AI or artificial intelligence. Next up, let us have a look at the app opening animations. So app opening animations, pretty smooth, no jitters, no lags. Have a look at the Google feed, no jitters and no lags here either. Recents, no jitters, no lags, pretty smooth. Let us try switching between a few applications. Again, no jitters and no lags over here as well. Everything is fast and smooth. Oopsie daisy. Anyways, next up, we can also check out the applications which come baked in. So the only apps which I installed were Magisk, Google Photos and YouTube. Everything else was baked into the ROM. So you do have Camera Go. Gcam of course can be found in the pinned comment on this video. Then you also have the Moto Dolby application, and you also have Mix Explorer baked in. So what is the final take on Pixel Extended on the Mi 11X or the Poco F3? Well, the ROM is good enough, of course, any day better than MIUI. It is smooth, fast, responsive, no lags, no jitters, no random reboots. But of course, there is still some room for improvement, and there are a few bugs which do need to be fixed on this ROM. And there it is, peeps. That was our first look at Pixel Extended based on Android 11, running on the Poco F3, the Mi 11X, or the Redmi K40. And that will do it for this video. Hope my video helped you. Likes, shares, and subscribes are appreciated. Feedback and comment more than welcome. See you when I see you.